What's going on, Lions Den family? It's your boy, Pastor D, and we are back with another Motivational Monday topic. Before we get into this video, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on your post notifications. That way you know anytime that I post. But let's go ahead and get into the video for today.
Walk it like I talk it, yeah, I walk it. Yeah. Flowers never grow without some water.
And today we will be talking from the topic of a look within. One thing I need us to understand and to know is that the more that we continue to look outward, we'll never look inward. Today we'll be speaking on 3 topics. It all starts within. The outward image displays the inward struggle, and fixing what's within can change everything on the outside. Our Bible verses for today is coming from 1 Samuel 16:7. It states, "Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." The second Bible verse is Matthew chapter 15:11. "It is not what goes in the mouth of a man that makes him unclean and defiled, but what comes out of the mouth that makes a man unclean and defiles him." It all starts within. We are often trying to fix up, make up, or camouflage our outer appearance with the hopes that our flaws or insecurities are hidden. We tend to think that if the outer shell looks appealing, that somehow magically what's going on inside will disappear. What I want us to know and to understand from this is that healing, true healing, can only happen from the inside out. Spending time healing your inner struggles or battles isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and recognition, which can only lead to a healthier life. So when the world inside gets healed, then the world outside will reflect. There will no longer be a need to try to hide or to mask the pain, shame, or scars. Just as we learned in Matthew 15:11, it's not what goes in, but what comes out of a man that defiles him. Understanding and learning that everything that we need to deal with starts within, it helps us understand that we have to stop looking outside of ourselves. Oftentimes we look outside of ourselves and we look to others, right? We look to others to heal us, to save us, or to be everything that we need, right? When in reality, God is the only one that we need. And then he also equipped us with the things that we need within ourselves. So if you stop looking outside of yourself for love, stop looking outside of yourself for validation, stop looking outside of yourself to feel accepted, and you start to look within, you'll realize that all of those things and all of the voids that you're trying to fill is already within you. It's just the fact that you're not allowing yourself to receive it from self. So if you never receive it from self, the truth of the matter is that you can never truly receive it from anyone else. The outward image displays the inward struggle. As I stated previously, we will attempt to cover up the outside to mask what's really going on the inside. But one thing I have personally come to know is that what's going on inwardly will always find a way out. And trust me, it will. It's only so long you can hide or suppress before the truth is forced out. God will allow you to go through some things, and he'll allow some things to ruffle your feathers so that you can have a moment to deal with the struggles. I'm a firm believer that if you pay close enough attention to a person, you can always tell where they are. As humans, we tend to wear our feelings and emotions on our sleeves. We wear them in our body language, and they are exposed when we open our mouth and we speak. If you ever see somebody acting out of character, or if you ever see somebody acting out and you feel like, oh, they're doing it for attention, they're doing it to be seen, or whatever the case can be, sometimes the way I like to look at it, that it's a cry for help. It's someone letting you know, hey, I'm bruised, I'm scarred, I'm broken, I'm hurt, I'm pained, I'm not feeling good. There's something going on within me, and I need someone to notice me. I need someone to see me. I need someone to understand what it is that I'm going through, right? And oftentimes we have this cry for help, and it begins to show, as I stated, in our body language and our conversations and the way that we speak, not only about ourselves, but even about others. When you pay attention to people's words, it lets you know where they are mentally, right? If you have someone who's always complaining, or someone who's always talking down about someone else, it lets you know that they're not happy with themselves. So when you find yourself in that place and you pay enough attention to what it is that you're saying, and you start to see how it is affecting your life, then you'll begin to change how you speak. You'll begin to change how you present yourself, right? And you're not going to change how you present yourself so that you can appear fake before people. No, so that you can be actually healed, and that you can actually present a true, healthier, more healed version of yourself, right? So always remember the outward image, it will always display the inner struggle. So next time you see somebody going through something and they're crying out, or they're having a lash out, they're having a fit or a temper tantrum, as we used to say, or they're having an attitude, or they're just really in a rage, it lets you know again that that person is in a state of life where they need help, they need healing. So instead of judging, instead of being harsh, instead of finding fault, how about we learn to pray for people? Last and finally, fixing what's within can change everything on the outside. If we truly want to experience a change in the life we live and the world we see, we must first do the work inwardly. We must stop running from or avoiding the chaos that's happening within. The things we tell ourselves or allow ourselves to feel aren't always 100% accurate. But if we stay trapped in brokenness, we'll continue to live through shattered glass. The world you see today doesn't have to be the world that you experience tomorrow. I want to challenge us to shift and begin to make the necessary changes needed so that we can begin to experience the joy of life that God desires us to. And I love this so much because what this helps us understand is that oftentimes we're living from false feelings. We're living from false perspectives and narratives that we tell ourselves, right? And the reason why we live from these places is because we create this place within our head to be so true that the outward world that we see, it has no choice but to reflect what we feel on the inside. If you're constantly thinking or living in fear and doubt and you're worried, then everything in life is going to always appear to be falling apart. It's going to always appear to be against you, right? But the moment you take a moment and you change the inward, you change your mind, you change your thinking, you change the way you see things, you change the way that you feel about things, and you stop allowing yourself to live from your feelings and to start living from God's truth and reality about your life, then you can begin to see again your world on the outside change. But until then, it'll continue to look again, as I stated, as if everything is falling apart. When in reality, what God is really wanting to do is he's wanting to bring everything together for you. So I thank God, for this topic. I thank God for this opportunity for us all to take a moment on this Monday and to look within ourselves, to stop only looking outward and pointing fingers and thinking that it's everything or everyone else, and to sit with self, to deal with self, and to get self healed. If this video helped you in any way, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you come back for more content like this. I truly appreciate y'all. God bless. And as I always like to say, be encouraged, get inspired, and stay uplifted.
Wisdom is for free, but yet it's overpriced. And I never seen success happen overnight.